TV stations of Westbeford Media Lives, Idia Umia TV, Idia Angel TV, Idia TV XYZ, Loud Silence TV, and Ways of TV. TV you can watch the live stream on YouTube, on Facebook, or on Twitter, and on the other platforms of the NBC and social media. And set only phone, so I will be access internet that can allow you to watch the live stream. You can watch the program live on any of these television stations, which are free to air, and on the Multi TV decoder. ATFM is Amija Efi, the National Communications Officer of the NDC, and I will be personally hosting NDC 360, bringing you the truth, and nothing but the truth about the misgovernance of our country, the policies, and the vision of the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Join me every Wednesday, NDC 360. once. Of the land.
I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is the choice that all of us have to make as human beings. Do you do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is what you're required to do. Fortunately for me, in this fight, I have great allies. First of all, within my government. The people who are in the front line of that, all of them are here. The Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. The Minister for Water Resources and Sanitation. Eminent Ghanaians, responsible Ghanaians, who have gone out of their way to lead this crusade. But from the beginning, they said something which is the reason why you're here today. We cannot win this fight without the support of the traditional authorities of our country. Any serious social mobilization of Ghana, since time immemorial, if you're not involved, it doesn't happen. If you, the chiefs of our country, are not involved, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm at the Kwalebu maternity block. It's exactly 6:16. There has been light out for the past 5 minutes now. 5 minutes now, no lights. We have people at the theater. We have babies in incubators. Please, the government should do something. We are dying. Mothers are dying, leaving their babies behind. Please, we beg you. There is blackout here. It's exactly 6:16. The light went off about 5 minutes ago. Please do something for us. There is no light. Please, our mothers are dying. We beg you in the name of God. There are people in the lift right now who cannot come out. There is total blackout as we speak now. Please, Mr. President, the ministers in charge of life should do something now. Please, we beg you. This is uncalled for. This is not accepted. Please.
This demonstration is not to topple the government. This demonstration is to indicate to Ghanaians the insensitivity of John Mahama's government. The insensitivity of John Mahama's government. This is not to topple government. We don't advocate for a regime change this way. We are going to vote next year, and we are going to vote them out massively. That is good governance. That is partisanship. We are going to democratically remove John Mahama from power. Not do this demonstration. But the demonstration is to demonstrate to John Mahama and Ghanaians that what is going on is bad. If you are feeling the heat, like Ghanaians are feeling the heat, if you are buying electricity and they are having it for free, if your salary, you are spending 60% of your salary on electricity bills, Ghanaians should realize that their term matters. Your term matters. When you go and vote, you have to know that the consequences are ahead of you for the next 4 years. The term that Ghanaians gave to John Mahama has shown that they should never again people trust John Mahama. This demonstration is not to topple the government. This demonstration is to indicate to Ghanaians the insensitivity of John Mahama's government. The insensitivity of John Mahama's government. This is not to topple government. We don't advocate for a regime change this way. We are going to vote next year, and we are going to vote them out massively. That is good governance. That is partisanship. We are going to democratically remove John Mahama from power. Not do this demonstration, but the demonstration is to demonstrate to John Mahama and Ghanaians that what is going on is bad. If you are feeling the heat, like Ghanaians are feeling the heat, if you are buying electricity and they are having it for free, if your salary, you are spending 60% of your salary on electricity bills, then you understand what I'm suffering. I am suffering. John Mahama is suffering. How do you expect the members of the members as a collective to speak on your behalf when you decided to give majority to such a bad government, NBC? Ghanaians should realize that their term matters. Your term matters. When you go and vote, you have to know that the consequences are ahead of you for the next 4 years. The term that Ghanaians gave to John Mahama has shown that they should never again people trust John Mahama.
Mr. President, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all Ghanaians for their patience and understanding during recent temporary challenges with the electricity supply across the country. Over the period, the issues surrounding maintenance of transformers and gas supply have been successfully resolved, resulting in a sufficient improvement in power supply reliability. Indeed, over the past few days, we have witnessed stable electricity supply across the country, with no load shedding reported anywhere yesterday. For the past 7 years, we have worked tirelessly to keep the lights on, and I am confident that the unfortunate era of doom so will not return.
The executive powers of the President and his functionaries must be drastically curtailed. There must be real separation of Parliament from the executive branch. The emphasis should be on good and sincere governance in the interest of the people and not on hollow, over-exaggerated notions of electoral conferment of power on anybody or group of persons. Now, see the democratic process as it is being practiced. Is that the democracy the Constitution has ordained? Is that what we want? To me, it's just used as a smoke screen. In front of it, values and principles are preached. Behind it, deep-seated subversion of all. But no meaningful political reforms can be reasonably expected, even under a regime change, without sustaining the political renaissance which has started and is going well in Ghana. So you find, that's why I've agreed to come, because I lost hope. But when I see these young people, I've never seen him. I hear he's here. Can you favor me with me seeing you? But be careful with politicians. You see, enthusiasm, you should do it, even as I'm saying here, hey. But see, if you throw a careless statement, you have no defense. So just keep to the principles, insist on the principles, without falling to the temptation of the kind of pedestrian political garbage that is spewed out on our airwaves almost every day. That aspect is not necessary. It is for this reason that I would like to acknowledge, encourage, and congratulate nationalists like Kwesi Pratt. I've never seen him, but I've always praised him. This is not the first time. I did so at Cape Coast when I was launching a book, 2020. Dr. Arthur Kennedy of the USA. This man, if I had my way, would have been a model president for this country. I think he followed his activities. Very principled, fair-minded. But when he contested MPP presidential election, he had only one vote. You see? This is the kind of politics we practice. Very sterling man. Oh, you should get away. And then you bring some, even say some places, we put a stone, we vote for a stone. Now today, the effect of voting for stones. Dr. Arthur Kennedy of the USA, Dr. Jumpo, I've never seen him, but I followed on social media. I understand he's in the political science department. Yeah. You see here? I don't think so. I'll find time and get to know him. He's a proper man. Very fearless and impartial. That's the important thing.
Masama Wakwaba, the Bat TV XYZ, Mamutie Mo Power, 97.9 FM. Monday's edition of Inside Politics. And now, Woshemi, Anasa Wutie, Power 97.9 FM. Dear Medisia Nicholas, here, who she also with me, Afro-American Nicholas. Met him, I'm a regular host, Mugabi Masse. Baby, I will be ano. So, Woshe, will be to me so. Ako Facebook, Abra stream live, TVXYZ. Ghana, TVXYZ Ghana, Facebook will be to me. Akoshe woho saso na YouTube, and also XYZ Broadcasting, SYZ Broadcasting. No so ye did demo hosa. I mean Kaiwa, na me catcher say TVXYZ your satellite in a digital platform. So they say satellite to say digital will be to me. I heard TVXYZ or so. Mamuti or Power 97.9 FM so. Nchia kese enkomo ye papa na embrene kwa ye yaji nkonya atsaso ne sembe brena na egubamba so a ye ba na ye bedi ho nkomo abra wo hwe me na wo so a wutie me na mo amunim over the weekend dumso no eguso koso last week Wednesday labor na workers day na His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo do tudwa ekachre say dumso ayeten of the past but bisa say okansa Wednesday na Bisi na me no ka say dum so do guso a edum na eso ha dwene ye papa na yedu dum so insem so na ye Kenyan kasa na the sector minister energy minister honorable Mighty Opoku Prempeh doctor your friend in Napo appear wo government assurance committee sitting in parliament na o claim say dum so bia ni ho muntie ni ye pa asama Mighty Opoku Prempeh Elkanah Napo also dum so ebia enni ho na ye dum siesie ansa na mebe kase hu say His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ye na po boss wa admit say dum so ho nso mo yi efi ho at na po so okotina committee ne mo ka kire say enya ade adum so bia ho na ye dum siesie enti ye bisa say okasa NPP aban we on recorded dum so bia no ye den kra na more person mo kire MPP de ono no say enye dum so na ye dum siesie wodwen ho bia wonti ase meko so ina ache say ye dum so mpanimfo ina agya atum say ye dum so besinde Mighty Opoku Prempeh di atem ka kire ye say ya yemfa ye timetable mbra asan so abeto so abeka kire say dum so bia ni ho na mo MPP aban mo recorded dum so bia me pese yeko komni nchim yekohwe na yetie nsem odi to dwa se Mickey Nicholas na meta ye bomsrem ka na papa na ne kan ye ka se obi se ombu ya na so ombu Ghana fo a ibi no o se ban timetable bia ya yenye yade asan be ka se dumso BS ni wo Ghana ha na se dumso eni ho a wa wonim se dumso so wo ho a wan ka se wa hu nti aban we de dumso bebrebe no so mfere hu moma yenti asem o kan no bra.
The Honorable Minister has mentioned numerously in his response that 88% of the country is covered. Minister has also mentioned challenges such as funding, IMF conditionalities, and many others. Are these the reasons why today our country is suffering dumso? What the minister called better dumso. Are these the reasons why? The reality on the ground is that we are all suffering dumso, despite the fact that 88% of the nation is already covered.
Chair, again, I would like to come and at this time. Your cup, give solicitor, please, because the heat is getting on my head. I'm not sure I'm here to talk about Dumso as you want to drag me. But I told you that when I got to the ministry, we've gone past the era where we had 72 to 96 days of light out, 6 hours of light on. We are in the era of Dumsiesie, which is profoundly different from Dumso. Dumso has inflicted on Ghanaians has only happened as characterized His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's governance. He is the only president on record that for 4 years that he reigned, for 4 years that he ruled, for 4 years that he governed, If the non-partisan colleague says that now it's worse, then I don't know where his relatives lie.
Enti but we wasuma na se wasu hwebia e Felega Dochi Honorable Kovandapoy na obisa eye Machi Opoku prempensema asema amde tu dwa opeso chim se NPP aban ebetena so ehye omadwuma se 7 January 2017 no enya de a omo dumso bia ye adwuma wo fie wo adwumam bia wo a wutie me wo hwe me bia no wankase wahu ahantan so honhoma ewo MPP aban mu na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia energy minister napo waka che se oni timetable bia de maye Honorable Kovandapoy to no bo ase egbisa no sa dumso nsemi ahantan kasa kra na napo ka adwene yi ye ti yenhwe nkofo edi man ya momo maka omo 7 months pe enim se Ghana fo ye besre ahoden enkwa na eye 7 December ya makokomoti power ya ye adwuma musi dumso ni ho nso ye bre ofu ndwuma egu nkofo ne ma sei ofu ne ma egu frigim ene niema ese no adwene yi nti wemu ye de ahye omo nsa be den na sabiwa dumso no etumi afi ho nti de etene no na ye twa dumso nsem no so no Honorable Oti Bless our representing minority no also a co-chair the ma committee almost set record ni street wo a power outage say koso ho as dumso no address say John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation's builder, idea obefiso no utumi ja 83% of a generational capacity because generational capacity a power a ojato ho a NPP aban inherit obekan say omo excess power sa no kan yo omo excess power bro form the man say your power na me broso and they ban saying bayan konkohwe na yenti Honorable Oti Bless no so nensamo de tudwa.
I want to play something on record. President Mahama is the only president who has taken responsibility for Dumso. It has happened since time immemorial. All the heads of state or presidents in the history of this country have suffered Dumso. Even President Kufuor's era, they had to import toy generators from outside room under Honorable Kofi Adda. But President John Mahama was bold enough, humble enough, and took responsibility and said he was going to solve it. And he did solve it.
Thank you very much.
President Mahama left office, we had excess capacity.
Thank you, Rankin.
We had excess capacity.
Thank you, Mr. Rankin.
And our generation was about 83%.
Thank you, Mr.
You only came to add about less than even 4 or 5%.
Mr. Rankin,
so
thank
please,
you. Let's
get that on record. That President Mahama is the only president in the history of this country
let's
who
make
has solved
let's make a headway.
Thank you.
Enti honorable T bless Yamin Shra on no state set record ni straight e to dwa say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no admit say na broso sa Dumso challenge no ana say Dumso oho ana o face that challenges no so o ye mia no ho o de boaye kofa Mary o kofa car power ina ba ende e de Mary kosi Kumase e paint ho aye to ni dim foforo o ye beto jitu mu say ampa aben so Dumso aba so obon no body to me yi Dumso fi ho ma Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia kra admit e can say Dumso no abrese na ba we ye fi wonti den yen say ye bon sem ma ana mon kai so kasa asem no na MPP aban de we so abeto SS power ba na sen honorable Oti bless set record ni street or the to ho ahantan nipa na po on person jitum mo hun sem a na okaka we nyina ye niema ekoso a unsa ban onwe me na ho wa wo hwe me wa wo tie me tie na tie ni MPP aban we omo ndwe ne ye ho nti eye Dr. Mahmood Bawumia oso ye meta yemva ontwika no umtume mboaye ahantan funko a na da nko a nti meteno no ye to Dumso sensem so abra ewura napo eye Minister for Energy omugusu bisa nsem wo eye Government Assurance Committee sitting almost wo parliament a omunidi di nkomo no ono napo no ka say oman Ghana enya dia sebiwa eye broke oman no sebiwa enya dia beka say ye niska muntie ni yo se ma members na omo opposition no omo ka no o say opposition eye members no metwe minority for ni ade eka se mana e broke committee members eka se mana e broke no ono nyo adwen na asasem no kan wie no msan bisa ne say Rama chi opoku prempe ebisa questions yebisa no rural electrification project said DNT na ama rural electrification project no ye jai edwuma no nkoso ni ade asama osan fi na no ban ne say se sika ba muntie o wedi kan ka say amani nye broke e wo sika but say ebisa said DNT na rural electrification project no astopo enkoso nye edwuma me kasa me tre yenkrasi ahrowa ye den kanea esoko wosom say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama time or den kanea bebre kokoko nkrasi bebre den na me wo sunyane ntimi nim eye bron half areas bebre a otumi de eye ma nkanea koye na nado die nkrasi nkanea no nko sabi obebi obetutu post na ahomagu sokra no ntumi mpawa no mo bisa no o si echiri ni posts ye woska no echidi o si se fans ba si sika ba rural electrification project no mbesa to aso asema o kanu no o si sika ba rural electrification project no ye besa to aso na ne kofu ni pa wadane abosoma akotre mu hwe ni yo chameleon pa odane ni sei na wadane if also man in ye broke e ba ne sei na ye bi so rural electrification project astop a o say fans ya available ya de o mesa to aso asa me dwen ho kra me nti ase ha bu dwen ho a wonti ase moma yankatie asama ora napo o de tu dwa won koma me no de ho.
She is here to obtain funding for commencement of new projects. These communities will be considered when funding becomes available.
So nothing has been done to any of the communities the Honorable Nsala mentioned at the moment.
As soon as funding is available.
Honorable Minister,
I asked a question whether Ghana is broke or not. You said Ghana is not broke, but all your answers says that you don't have funding. So Ghana is broke. Why don't you accept that?
Ghana is not broke.
Yeah, the minister is refusing to accept the fact that Ghana is broke. But we all know.
Chairman, my colleague, ranking member, honorable member, the fact that you cannot cater for every need of your family doesn't mean you are broke. The request may come, and you might decide to prioritize the request. And even when you prioritize, and the sickness drops, you might have to divert your prioritization to what has become emergency. Ghana is not broke. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Rankin, your comments.
Honorable Minister, Chairman, before I put my issues and wind up, it seems the Minister is providing same answers to almost all the questions. And the value has been the same. The honest truth is that there's no money, no funding, no funding. All right, so thank you, honorable members and colleagues. You know, like I said, the value has been the same, because no funding, no funding, no funding. I believe.
Is there some now that hono wahunipa? Wadana no abosoma kotre. Asem no wakane dey wasan so atene. Na po o say committee members ne ka say ana say yenuanu mo opposition and a minority kase man e broke on tiase. Ibisa rural education project and so the antina stop here or say the funds here available. Sikani ho. Munjin to madmeti se sikani ho. Munjin to meye hu se niema nkɔ yi. Nso besi nde. Na nado danko akufo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia napu omuso munjin to mada. Nti ensem no wankasa wehu bi. Wati bi. Ofo ede mana show monsa. 7 years 5 months ni besi in the day bi omu ye bibia ye bodron Dramani Mahama agi omu nsem boni din ye de mana shamunsa 7 years 5 months besi in the bodron Dramani Mahama din so omu ntumi agi nsem no na and that's so majority in parliament omu ye press conference na press conference ni na efa say omu betumi approve ministers and ministerial nominees me pacho bebre yede akoto parliament no na government businesses bia ombetumi ahwe na omedi ho dwuma wo parliament no nti majority ni submit omo petition the command the speaker of parliament so on for parliament na omo hwe na sa na monti omututu ne ntem na enema enkoso na majority leader ankasa ana odi majority nanim no omode sansemi tudra ura afenyo markets yanko ne nkuti ensama odo tudra ne bi
initiated the process to trigger this and we do so like I said in good faith and for the good of our democracy. We understand that our colleagues have their own views. Our colleagues in the minority have their own views. We can't take those views away from them. After all, we are not the same. We are two political parties competing for power. They have their ideological views, we have ours. So I will not fault them if on this occasion they disagree with us. In any event, we work together. In politics, expect disagreement. But such disagreement should not obstruct us. So they've made their case, we understand them, but it is our view that we have our 138 as a majority and we should be able to carry government business. Under Order 52, Parliament has provided for virtual sitting of Parliament. So we don't need members to be physically present in the jurisdiction. Technology has allowed us to join meetings by Zoom. So Mr. Speaker need not to be physically present in the jurisdiction to convene. We don't need to have all our 138 physically present in the chamber. Neither is NDC minority required to have all its 136, 37 members present in the chamber. So we entertain no worries at all as to the ability of Mr. Speaker to uphold this constitutional provision. It is our right and far right. Nothing at all puts an impediment in our way.
It's the eternal, honorable Alex Afenyo Markins, and then Sam Natujano. Was say, Obi Horse Inti the eternal. Mr. Speaker, also the third gentleman. Inti, this is more panic. Yeah, also Obedia 2 man na. But in chair or say most president. Okay, now more so no so jitumsa. Inti the eternal. The chat will cry at the Anibachum or Savlugu. Andy Samayoku accuse the New Patriotic Party. So more basse a year a ho. Any or more call a year Savlugu constituency for a up and coming limited registration exercise. And also a coso Namia Dumebesa section. In 10 days for your press conference. Moma Yanko video no. Area any deputy director of elections. Rama Dijibril Yanini Dinkomo. Yanko Numbra.
Who happens to be the caretaker of Ghana and of course his driver mates as a result of their extreme eagerness and anxious to overturn the fortunes of Ghana. Even the name MPP, New Patriotic Party, has indeed been metamorphosed and changed into Nana Bill's People's Party. No wonder they have found themselves in that difficult ditch. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, it is equally important to note that until 2020 elections, this constituency has never recorded even an iota of death of even a non-living organism, let alone a young, enterprising, visionary girl who came to watch for purposes of democracy and for purposes of the beauty of our elections. Eventually, she lost her life in a bizarre manner. Is it not quite disheartening? Let me equally put, however, that it becomes a matter of sad and unhealthy political discourse, hearing and picking up signals purported to be plans being advanced by some unscrupulous members of the New Patriotic Party MPP in this particular constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, attempts have been advanced so far within the MPP fraternity to bust people all the way from Tamale, most especially from Zogeli area, with the mindset that they are busting them to get them registered in this impending limited registration exercise, simply because a stranger who has come standing on the ticket of the MPP by name Hajia Ataya Abdul Aziz.
Enti adia tano no Savlugu for na omo accuse NPP no. Ayan Sambre mayankwa ahoma no so na yenezi Deputy Director of Elections at the National Democratic Congress. Madi Jibber Enkonkodi Enkomo Embra. Madi Sawuti Emi Amo Harry Ediba TV XYZ to the Power 97.9 FM so. Na Bibiabo Kodi Madi.
Adumu.
Yede nyamiase wedwuma dosum na pay na me no din komo me hu se wo bo adwuma pop. Te Bibiabo ko Bibia de din.
You don't say the G on one way, but in the G.
Okay. Yo, Madi, yansha nyame ya adoma na otweri ampo nyankopon bie osuntokra no de ade che metibia na yedim se electoral commission limited registration exercise nyame ya adoma sha sechina na sha sechina ya na yenuanom mo Savlugu NDC afam kra no de omande December abetudwa kire se NPP4 ashase basenkofo strangers pa hoho rewremu ni ade maybe sa NDC amayoku ankasa ede ahoboa na maye was nyame ya adomo china ye limited registration exercise yase
na me kan share viewers in rain
obi ajo so
exercise I best start ochina 7 May every 27th May one of the crucial exercise towards the 2024 election. And an NDC as a political party Embassy in Dograpona, they are starting preparation towards the exercise. The 3 branch, constituency, region, ward, national. Yeah, and what said a bit to me, and amount for a bit show Muji, the Ghana for a bit Muji, about register. An electoral commission through with me, Juma. Indeed, when now, yeah, Juma, Magazine is saying that we are ready for the exercise tomorrow. The electoral commission system, Sibe Juma, send a penalty. We believe that there will be successful exercise for this exercise.
Inti SMT Asia nature say, and this am I quiet crowd pa the bibia to the said that saying I may add domochina exercise a because on Mudimu room part, Sema working.
And the Mega say I very ready.
Okay.
Elections now.
Yo. Now, we share a yenuano more Savlugu NDC chapter or more a press conference or Mudiabetuja. So the New Patriotic Party, no, I shall say Basen Kofo and no more remone mekahu. Bibi say ya shall say bay Diana Montuna Muso Mutu as a party.
Okay, issues of that nature will come. In Kopa, a war, Savlugu, and now in the constituency and district. And in Kopa, a war. We have educated our people. Yes, first you raise issues where people can come and create confusion. But there will be a process of challenging and all these things that will happen at the center. There will be a when you're getting, and that's a one area or once the which may have to actually do a so I believe the process now will never pass so at the stop it. However, press conference in Amount is also part of the process to also educate the people. Say, member being that down and found that the area just because he wants you to come and vote in that area. Baby, free no. You can also vote in that area for that elections, you know. It's here as a young man. Now, MPP for the power said, the risk involved, we advise people, our risk that will go through. The last registration, now we go for our yape. Before they get to the center, I'm going to ask them, I'm a for a group of people. So we will advise the political parties, so we're going to convert other areas to go to be careful about it. But there's a process that will follow during the registration exercise.
Yo, my baby saw biomo, and this a man yo kwan kasano, awareness, say, mo catch mo party ma, say, monquala, omwedi 18, ne, or moi, say, ombe to me exercise, omdu ombe huremono. Sa awareness in ankasa mo kreti, ama party mane who say, nyame ya dumo china, na sani amano ekoswana.
Oh, make a party, I say, Jumano from the branch, I say Jumano, and I believe it's and also it's a continual process. Even though Nanka expected say Nanka XYZ power TV and right now, electoral commission don't say you also have a listeners and viewers. Adverts will be at play in other stations. But if you watch the way I'm adverts now, they've selected some parties and but because we know such things will happen, we are concentrating on the poll because the human a common work.
Yo, and I'm say limited registration exercise Kosuya. Na ye kakaya hunan say BVD sense me be PMwe. Say this shama you kuna boy muhumbody me who signs beginning at to ba na yisini say enya no create the say laptops and make account. Sansam no crabesi ndenkosi you. Na ye be limited registration exercise emma ochina bi enya mentem ho asem ba ade na yire echesi bi ma kwa registration bi wa ha abefrem na de basabasa ye ne mentem ho ase bi aba ye pe free and fair election 2024 sansensem ne kosi sen
adia effect in this registration and it said day in day out as I said daily report of the exercise and end of the day the officers ever present a political party, and that as a party ever insisted whether almost paper or they will print it for the agent at the center. Once that is done, then minimize the tension that will come into the system. Because any presiding office of a denying party, that one will be a challenge. So, as a political party, yes, we are prepared. We should have a print out on that day. Because we knew that machines, whilst we are doing machine issues, the man who said, we've been working towards that one. But one of the issues is a print out of the daily reports, and you need everybody to have digital reports, every day. And we believe that no officer will deny us of that report.
Okay. And Madi, ya better say, Papa, when James said, with man does one name, one year, and Tibeja more for now, na what to my way and so. Now, me add more china so, anybody actually be near a chair besa ball punum wedding come. Ye so say a ball punum waja penny or so mighty when a didn't come or be any I ball punuma, so Betty and so some oye my debut, auntie that say, a papa. Nti Eyama DJ Burina Yaten kan Deputy Director of Elections in the Andy Samayeko na ye no edi and komono. Nti ediateno na mekai wo say we say Sunday a Mother's Day. Na Mother's Day no XYZ Broadcasting Limited ye pese ye BB ye ma ye loyal listeners and viewers. Nti se wutie me a ye be chamo dwete no kofi sika kudi l'argent. Mensaka we yes BB special cry ya de mamo inti free and the Monday ya wo hweme ochina Tuesday so Wednesday Thursday Friday yen channel Sunday na ono ma me pie no Friday ye pese onye sika no Friday no na chese Saturday ni Sunday was spread o mother na bibia etumi akonkan inti ye Mother's Day special jackpot na ye yama obi bia wa wutie me wa wo hwe me bia ma also ya ne se obebo star 274 star 10 hash tie ni ye star 274 star 10 hash star 274 star 10 hash pa cho obo ne jackpot ye betu 10 Ghana cedis enya Friday na answer so we you we yan in tema no we yanti nde ya wo hwemi a wo tie mi o sha se boguma ko Friday obetumi aye nde obetumi aye ni bre free na akosi Friday bogum sa star 274 star 10 hash star 274 star 10 hash power Mother's Day special jackpot na ye de bro nti Mother's Day ye Sunday ye pese wo so wo che wo mame ade wo spread wo mame wonya sika kakra no kofi odwete l'argent e de to bibi ma wo mame na bibi etumi konkan nti sa power jackpot me yin hu mfim XYZ Broadcasting e de bre ye viewers ne ye listeners na sika mo bedi ni bini e che se sika no be dia e be di 5,000 2,000 abc 500 Ghana cedis umpe we no pedien ona bokratem wow say we gegege yokotompo budibu nti Friday di ampaye bedwa ye che no kofi olajan kudila say sika ne bebegum sa bebenya 5,000 bebenya 2,000 abc 500 Ghana cedis nti bokum sese a we na nya Friday no and then Monday or China Tuesday kwa kosi Friday yen sha simbongum akosi Friday me sense subium star 274 star 10 hash star 274 star 10 hash star 274 star 10 hash inti baku bia 10 Ghana cedis. Don't forget that the more the pacho we send gumono the more of your chances of winning so that's right na ticket bia baku bia 10 Ghana cedis we a jackpot inti bogum sa na bibia ntumi konka me first no say ye ma bonus esi a bonus no wo bogum mo amutwa no ono wo bogum no so aye betumi achew 200 Ghana cedis e de chewa na no so aye den abo egum sa anti wo send no ye sign ama eye bonus sa enipa bebre na nkasa enda akosi Friday ubogum a wo ho bon say ya cho 200 Ghana cedis wo ho bon say ya cho 200 Ghana cedis wo bon say ya cho 200 Ghana cedis eye Mother's Day power special jackpot na ye dey bro men you hum film bonus no so bogum na e cho bonus ba ku bia 10 Ghana cedis yentem na wo so wetumi enya dwete no Kofi Olajan kudi asama bronika ofe nesen me pese eye Mother's Day no eye stronkomo eye bibi ebe efe nti de eteno no meso mebo me hombodin abo agum na manya bi atobi ade a che me na jedua na bibia etumi akonkan tofu imami chiao eye prophet Emmanuel say o preach or Power FM eye Mondays and eye Tuesdays 10 p.m. in Ibre o se nyame adom o chena o chentuma ntuma pa ne niam tisema o ye bia nteni bi oba muntie no o chena de o yer fatem o be che niam sa sofu imanti prophet Emmanuel say papa ye che o chena nyankasa MC mo hobby ne adofo ni na eba o so tumi a che eye titu adofo mutie Power FM ne eye TVXYZ na acho mo niam o yer fatem aboga ho na ho na bibie tumi akonkai baby adri ma mempe x na cho me na o tamfan kwanche me test mbra na sa me ba mpenifo tina form enkomo me ba sesia But some are quite biom the TV XYZ. Mwamutie o Power 97.9 FM. Mbredre kukudam na jinkonya ye ba ebedi enkomo. Ye wo honorable Daniel Kwasi Ashamai wa ha. Former member of parliament in ma Buem constituency in the Oti region. Also na ye wo lawyer Wheat Brown also ha. Lawyer Wheat Brown ye senior lecturer for ATU. Nti kukudami na mene omo ebedi enkomo. Mama kwa penny for.
Yeah. It's a
Nyamia do honorable. Lawyer, we have a call here. Lord, no. Lord, no. Yeah, that's it.
Lawyer, Mumbu, every constituency. Challenges on the banner.
Law Ashamai.
Nti munjina opinti nkrofo de
mo constituency di say no honorable din is
nkrofo ya tricky
aseche ni say
Ashama oye mikrum kasa we Ashama
ni Ashai
and he cry
Ashama like the town of Ashai.
Okay.
Ashai Krom.
Ashai mine. Okay, wow.
And Edinu Sentinu major royalties.
Very important.
Oh
wow.
You are tenants.
Lawyer Mataria, your five friend Ibrahim. Oh, Sunyani. Ibrahim Designs. Yes, my designer was Sunyani.
That's great.
Sunyani, Zongo, when Ibrahim was. When I'm at Beko. Okay, I'm saying on more serious note in Como Hopo Papa na yes, shall say majority in normal a press conference or more trust a ministerial nominees no ne government businesses be or say parliamentary na Mudi Hujumano, more petition speaker senche, on recall parliament na, Monsha Senior Jumano, Sardo. I'm going rubble. Nana Kwaja Shama, or they why a member of parliament, what's not them? In some by front, ways to say, I'm say, Bar say, Speaker Council say, President no sent it to the bill, almost when you're ready, let her be a executive secretary Treba, Obina speaker to society or most of parliament. Soon you're ready. From baby. Yen chassis. It's a majority net here.
Nicholas, me a lawyer, me chairman, Acha of chef for native for Nina.
Obiajo so.
Anyone on Mutai chair with chair mo miami and feed me chaubia.
Okay.
Na near Rebecca Alpha and some. And then a majority for Etisa. No name person. Busumi send a car, ye coalition. And now, me war parliament. 6 months. And I am found 7 months. Me parliament in Minia, who approve loan be cry, it to me take it 3 years.
How to approve loan, it take it 3
years.
Yes,
and son, you approve loan, your parliament crown. MPP for na bedi ho adodode o. Enunti na nana do na mo no.
MPP for na benefit.
Yes. Enunti na mo na mo kasa mo yese. Na IMF kura ye kwa mo didi atem no. Sika kese no eba ama na nado eje mahama ye didi na atem. You get it right. Na nia ewo mu ni se na nka kura no nka se April end we kura na nka ya sabie parliament. Inti afenyo making oniwe asema mekacha onu onim.
Okay.
Inti ni ogina hoye no eyebu apayo. Wahu. Eyebu apayo. Se uye majority leader inti unim uni speaker muntandi nkomo.
Omundi nkomo.
Politics no ogina hoye. Ya brain pipi for ni politics de bia ni politics. Onim. So have you ohwa onim.
Okay.
You get it right?
Yes.
Say aye ohokra parliament omuniska. Omuniska. Inti sai ha unkitingiti no afenyuma kinsanka no onim. Na sako jina wa say omu sign petition. Omu yeze.
The members no nka no kwenche omu nya.
Onka no kwenjiro mu. Onka no kwenjiro mu.
Leader ka bibi na.
Misi ni ewo mu ni nyina afenyuma kin onim.
Okay.
And now sako jina Mike ni no mu zo ya majority leader.
Okay.
Onim se sika ni ho. Do you get it right? onim se sika any parliament kura. Okay. Do get you right? Now sika no enye then na speaker be approve. We have approved the budget. Enye sa. Nje ba mu se na sika no nko parliament. Nti afe na be peska o di be ko parliament so mu fanye djuma. Nkrofo no we ye kas Ghana fo nkrofo yi. MPP fo ade omudi ye yen. Omu chiche na parliament oni ska for essential activities so. Okay. Sheska mako chewe jiso.
Nye
Sheska mako chewe jiso. Eka 77 billion we hu. Sika we nu etie for de bia mikita pepa mi nya bia buka na ma hu. 77 billion. 77 billion we nu. Amfa parliament o. It is not under parliamentary approval. 77 billion nu we and adisi nu e printi adisi di machine to ho o twa sika nu you o di mananado. Parliament approve that time na backdoor.
Okay.
Backdoor time na dongo ni atumuka say adisi printi sika omubua adisi ankasa na edi report iba yo. Si 2 years no wa 77 billion edi amana na ado. Edi amana na ado no tio na anu Glovo. Muse Glovo ko.
Nyame adma Friday eh.
Uni esika say Glovo invest in Ghana only $3 million. Bande Glovo kono on say story. Na ye dey ya print 77 billion my president wadi kwano obi anka hwe wa pack sika we ato hanu no mudi chiche. Na wo begina ho parliament kro muniska. Who say who sign petition say omun sambra back. Ye di sika na ba do you know when you recall parliament speaker every month say Branambe approve be 2 or 3 days no. Okay. You have to pay the people. On country woni say we mu say press statement say oh ye nim say who recall parliament you have to pay. Do you get you? Inti sika no are ready. Afenyu makins no country Ghana for say sika ye be hia no oh are ready. Check kra no on fa nkire say wan kobokro no. Check nini. Omuniska omu edisika no akotete omu sie mbrosan. Maji say ministers bi kura akoton sa si water kura di ebinu ni dan ni $3 million ni way. Meanwhile Glovo every krom ha unemployment asaba. So the omu mayenya yaso. Na se kura no na monda nyangopa si mu aya appoint mu ministers. Any deputy minister tin amu pri no. Ti say minister for finance say kenu foreta adi cash ho ye approve ze se ko sign bibia beka se una wa ye o inti da speaker din bag me asikwa say ye mbia ma ya approve o ma say bebia hwe Ajima Menu minister for Okobo say person or the minister Ajima Menu di $81 million e di ko go abro trebe si de ya nji sika no na di ko fiu e na o president yan minister na va de ejuma ben gra na MPP for be say here
nomination kra me hu say munam it seems like I saw mu ye ejuma na dada bi
but some sign document bi a be fa to do me sign who sign bibia wo be nam so akobe bi asese wo ko me dem ntumi nkire e be be ka to say kotena Jubilee House minim. So these are some of the
intimate your my overseers more observe but
say yeah bom mukoko. We as Ghanaians we bom mukoko say one hwe ye emra parliament approve ama wa ko sign document bi as a minister there you own say causing financial loss to the state no mampenyi kufo na di bae sa law no esada ho indeed they should be very very careful niye ye pani say na do aboye ka omana dika say beyond about 100 over 100% of GDP debt to GDP no across 100. So what are you coming to do again? Mase omanu dada unim nanado na epiomo one day na put hoka say if you approve the loans approve for what? Approve for what? Yensa approve loan for what? Napo mi see miti parliament ena napo 2017 all the document by appendixes say oye den or see obe g approval ama no nko siesie school dan no sisi fufro $1.5 billion den na podi ye $1.5 billion 2017 till today in Koda Dasoti in Niasi. Textbooks, no, basic schools, some my syllabus. Oman printing a teacher for textbooks in Ankasa Anko. In this out to work actually say when they approve, you extend the baby a time not read there. We have gotten to campaign time. In the parliament, the crime is both minority and majority. Mamu approval be a man nanado aboyeka. Baby a canwa kodrunu te se de eye. Onjai Ghana no ensi wa non koni fie because nanado on dream ni nanan muhu. Ena masa pia omu pia afenyu making. Na omu sign petition. Umbetumi sign. Now we know where the power lies. You see, the Supreme Court cannot force Parliament to reopen. To me, these are some of the things. So, the institutions of state to work. That is good. You can send a petition, signing, but the problems that are within, solve problems. But I am pleading with Parliament. Nanadonu will leave a very bad record. A very, very bad record. The worst president in the Fourth Republic. So we don't need to approve money for this man again. Ni 2024 budget sika ya manunu edoso omudi omunsanfa na webe kwa ha na wakobo busia bisanu say wa mame say CEOs nu the heads of the government enterprise nu omunfo omu accounts bra omunfo accounts nu mbra na hwe say ne eti say ye fe ana enye fe say ye ka kire say by the next 12 years we cannot pay our SNIC pensioners it sounds a bell inti misra Ghana for munya botrema parliament banka misro nyanku pose senko betie ma sempa de nanado abande se yen sansani lombia mfamomu sika no mu gipe edie no mbedie manuasi
yebeda honorable Daniel Kwasi Ashama yebeda na se papa ono no former member of parliament de mabuem ono na yetene nka mamen call lawyer David wo Brown ho law we abako de yeda yami ase say Komonani Yesikwem, no majority in parliament, led by majority leader Alex Afenyo Markins say ministerial nominees and on government businesses be or say to me contempt of parliament inti ebeyanche or my petition speaker of parliament or recall parliament no mombrana omuntutu sana mona ni amanyan 10 terms of parliament inti
michia itie foni afiafo
Obia.
Won say na my calm bi say. I say nanado ekono ma malaria bi achime.
Ta anope me ni udi nko kra me hu say na wo down kakra.
Na down.
And I'm say love.
Okay. 50 years say na me grey hair nyina ba.
Me kra na me kayomo.
I know come.
Me kayomo pa nanado.
Na yomo bi oho. Anya die. Na yombo mongo fati as.
Okay, one of the chassis.
Matias egwe.
Die no bi be say obewu.
Na ni amenu enye krai no.
Okay.
Eno kwetrodo ba ni ameka me de fuaso. Na aden na majority omunye petition say. Na nado on signing anti-gay bill. Aden tina omu
bohobio.
Adena majority focus on omunye petition say nyama bebrebe akoso enye oman mu nanado amambo a aye mintiasie galamse akoso essence nsuo a wo Ghana yi minority ehu enka say yem fight against galamse na loan ministerial approvals and omodwen ho at this time na anye bia ma membi so